Okay, we're just about to get back underway. Good evening, everyone. Matty has saved the day. Full retirement so far, and it's been interchangeable conditions like we saw in EU3 yesterday, and the same for XP2. A lot of strict split strategies, mediums, and the hard tyre in action. And a few drivers with penalties, including minions. Anyway, Nova gets a good restart on the medium tyre. He's off, and he's already built a second lead to Andre in front. As further down the field, we will have Orlando's been overtaken. Oh, and contact with the Haas. Lucky ghosting was on, otherwise eBird would have been a absolute passenger in that one. And Cornish Cuck has got past Andre, who's dropping down the field rapidly, down to 8th, 9th. Now, as Raptor goes past, Minions goes past Deathstorm. On the hard tyre, be interested to see what the EU1 man can do. He's got a 2.7 second lead. So Andre looks to not have those hard tyres up to temperature at all. Very tentative on the throttle as Eva is looking to make the move down the inside of turn 12. Still getting ever so closer. The Mantis in pursuit. As Eber's just able to drive around the outside of the AlphaTauri. Make a lovely move down the inside into the last corner. DRS will not be enabled until the lap afterwards. As we see a swap for second place, Cornish Cuck has been overtaken by Raptor, so it's Ecos, Cornish, then PW Jones, and Deathstorm has dropped down a couple of places. I think he's been tagged a little bit by the guards around him. The American not being treated too kindly by the Europeans. It's a race like we saw yesterday where it's a little bit of attrition here. The mediums should make it to the end. There'll be a better performing tyre in these overcast conditions. Nova's gone to 33.9, Raptors was on your 33.8. And DRS is enabled, which is fantastic news for Cornish in third. And the train that is fallen behind the Mercedes of Almanac, I'm going to say. Never seen some of these drivers before, if I'm being honest, so all new for me. DRS enabled as we go down the Missile Straight. I don't know about you, it'd be pretty cool if the chicane was cut out. Contact between the McLarens, not the McLarens, the Mercedes. Deathstorm's picked up a 3-second time penalty, and Mantis is about to overtake him, I think. He does. Contact between the Mercedes of Mings and Almanac. That will not go down very well at Brixworth. Or is it Brackley? Or both? I can't remember. The yellow flag is out, and that is E-Bird. Who's like some of these guys collecting data for their races later on in the week. We've got a few guys that race in multiple tiers at Contest of Speed. E-Bird is an E2 driver, as well as playing racing Crossplay. Oh, he's retired in the pits, that's a shame. So Raptor and Nova seem to be about the same place, about 10 difference in favour of Raptor at the moment. Cornstalk has lost the back of these guys, and it would be interesting to see, well, interesting to tell who ran with a wet setup and is now running wet setups in the dry conditions, or those that had a dry setup and now reaping reward in these dry conditions. A couple of safety cars from what I saw in the early exchanges meant that the rain ended a little bit earlier in terms of laps than expected. So the battle for P5, we've got Minions, Bryson and the Harzable. I'm going to go with that one. From what I've seen so far in the chat and everything else, it's been a very incident-packed race prior to my arrival. Fortunately, no Danny this evening, no X427. Or Blades for that matter. So you have to put up with me and my snotty voice at the moment, as I've just finished work and had dinner, and now I'm here. Commitment to the cause, though, son. Commitment to the cause. So everyone's spread out, but there's this battle for P5 that we are still watching. Be interested to see if Minions can drag these two behind him towards Jones and PW Jones in P4 and Cornish Cuck. Raptors eaten another couple of attempts into that lead. He's got 2 lap fresher tyres as well, as we saw Nova and Cornish Cuck hit quite early during that safety car period onto the dry tyre whilst it was still raining. Get down to turn 4 and 5 again. These guys will need an important exit out of turn 6, and Bryson doesn't get that. Now he's under pressure from the Haas, who's going to try and go around the outside through turn 7, which would be very risky, and he seems to have pulled it off. Although we're going to have a drag race all the way down to the chicane as Yasubu has run out of ERS side by side, a little bit of contact, but gave themselves enough room each. It's allowing though Minions to escape a little bit from these two, and Bryson managed to get that move done straight back and past the Haas. Overcast conditions means the hard tyres aren't really warming up. Jones is just about getting himself in the DRS range of Cornish Cuck, who's currently occupying third place. And the battle up front is not really changing, still 2.6 seconds between Nova and Raptor. So we'll head back towards P6. Jones flirting with the DRS of Cornish Cuck. I think he'll be closer this time around. Defscore and Almanac. Almanac's trying to recover from his incident with his teammate. That was Minions. Deathstorm has managed to get past Almanac again. It was a very nice move. I wasn't really watching, if I was being honest. I was trying to respond to something on my phone. How very unprofessional. But Deathstorm trying to keep hold of that position for P9. Almanac will have to try again, but he's not got much ERS. Down to 6% compared to the Ferrari driver, who's defending the position valiantly, I would say. We'll hop back to P4 because P Jones is now within DRS of Cornish Cuck, who is occupying third position. And can he make a move? Put pressure on. Oh no. He had performed a move round the outside the previous lap, and I fear the worst there. That him and the Mercedes of Almanac have come together again. Allow yourself, BK, allow yourself, child. Everybody is pitted, no one is being brave. No, someone is being brave enough to stay out. Oh, he's brave enough to stay out but also pick up a drive-through penalty. Oh dear. What happened, Deathstorm? What happened? Do tell. Because I wasn't watching. Orlando's gone to the medium, interesting. So, everyone's got a penalty is roughly out of the way, apart from our net lead, who's got a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. Naughty, naughty. Minions is on 6 seconds. Almanac 3, Orlando 5, and Andre Sedge. I'm going to call him Andre because it's easier, and if it's wrong, then I'm sorry. they've all got penalties, which isn't great considering the safety car's going to stay out this lap, and it's also going to stay out the next lap. So that will leave us having a race from lap 24 onwards to lap 27. So we'll have 4 laps of racing, and we'll have DRS from lap 26 and lap 27. So, I don't think the safety car's got to come in this lap. I want it to, because that'd be good. We're waiting for Orlando, who's cycled his tyres back through because he was on the mediums. He's still on a set of mediums. Interesting. I would think the softs, even the softs around this track, would be good enough for the last 4 laps to provide as much grip as possible. So Nova's going to have to do the work all again, which will be interesting to see how close it's going to be between himself and Raptor. And Cornish Cup will be under pressure from PW Jones and Minions. Safety car is in this lap. Fantastic news, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to get started again. We're going to have a 4-lap sprint race. DRS will be enabled 2 laps after the safety cars come in. So lap 26 and lap 27. Isubu's going to have to do a lot of work to try and contain the group of sharks that are going to be behind him on the soft tyre, and he's got a decent restart. He's got Nova with him, but he's dropped Raptor a little bit, which hopefully will give him some breathing space. These softs are going to have so much grip, especially through this tight and twisty section of Sector 1. And then Sector 3 as well, and you can see the McLaren all over the back of the Haas as Nova goes to the outside, then tries to park it on the inside, contact, and Raptor goes through. Oh, and he's picked up 3 seconds. Oh, Nova. That is not how you deal with the problem. Amlex picked up 3 seconds. Yeah, it's bad when you catch it on stream, BK, isn't it? So Cornish Cup held off the attack of Jones for this lap and needs to stay within the DRS of the 2 in front. We've got 10 drivers, so these guys need to make it another lap in order to In fact, I think they just need to make it to the first sector of this lap in order to score their point. Raptor's done 33.1 on the opening lap. After the safety car, he's under pressure from Nova, but if I'm being brutally honest, I don't think that's going to matter. Especially after the race concludes, so Raptor can probably rest easy. There's 9 seconds of penalties and he's at the back of the grid. Didn't see what happened there for the Mercedes. As Raptor's trying to break the toe from the McLaren. Still no DRS in use at the moment. We'll get it next lap. So the Haas is saved from the McLaren. Cornish Cuck is trying to hold off the little train that he's forming from himself all the way down to Almanac in P7. The Mantis is getting himself involved. He's currently P6. This is really good. Raptor defends the inside. He's going to try and push Nova all the way around the outside. And shows him a bit of curve. Nova throws it down the inside, and Raptor's then going to try and hold it round the outside and do the same thing. It's a shame what happens when you can actually do a little bit of racing. Raptor tries to throw it down the inside. Let's have a look. And as he goes to the inside of turn 1, forces Nova out. Cornish Cuck's managed to reel in these two. Minions just posted a 32.4, so major points not off the cards for the Mercedes driver. Oh, Raptor's dropped it! No, Raptor's dropped it from the lead! And all of a sudden, Cornish Cuck has got himself back involved. Oh, Raptor. Now he's got to pull away. We've got Bryson over the back of PW Jones. These guys need to play this smart, and because at the moment they're all occupying the podium places, the 3 drivers sitting behind Nova, but Bryson probably wants to get a brewer on. PW Jones holding the line so far. They've all got plenty of ERS other than Nova. Minions has had a little bit of a spin, or a half spin, dropped off the back of everybody else. We've got the top 5 within DRS, including the Mantis. Who would have thought? The E3 driver is going strong. Cue the commentator's curse. As Nova is pushing to try and get out of the 1 second gap to Cornish Cuck so he can defend on the last lap. It's hovering and he's slightly got it at the moment. It'll be interesting to see if he gets the DRS. It's very, very close. One person will have the DRS is Bryson, and he's going to get it this time around, I think. DRS is open, but so it is for PW Jones. That kind of neutralises it at the moment. These two closing on the back of Cornish Cuck, who is outside the DRS. There'll be a tap from behind as we run up towards turn 10. Using the slipstream up the hill. Cornish Cuck is trying to defend. The guys go to the inside, one to the inside, one to the outside. The Williams is through. The Ferrari's trying to hold it round the outside. It's very, very close. Puts it across the curb. I'm expecting the Ferrari to dive back down the inside. He does. This tyre's overheating at this point. Depends how much grip's there. Jones has got it done. I'm going to look at this fight because this is the fight that matters, because it's going to decide who's going to win this race. And it looks to be, it's going to be PW Jones, followed by Cornish, and maybe Bryson. Can he get himself on the podium? He does. Mantis finishes in 5th. Raptor 6th, through a win away, and he won't be very happy with that. Oh no, the 7th, Almanac 8th. Andre 9th, and Minions is going to be in P10. And that concludes the French Grand Prix. Possible driver of the day. That's interesting because the driver of the day didn't finish. Although not through his own fault. I'm sure there'll be some serious action taken upon that towards the individuals involved. Thank you for those that tuned in to this quite delayed and slightly put together commentary tonight. Hopefully your usual commentators will be back next week. There you go. These were the results. PW Jones in first, Cornish Cook second, and Bryson in third. Nova finished fourth, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to finish there. Cornish managed fifth, good result for the Mantis. Raptor sixth, throw away a win if we're being honest. Orlando seventh, Almanac eighth, Andre 9th. Minions tough race towards the end, dropped to 10th place. Would have been interesting to see what Yarsabal did. Deathstorm also had a crash. E-Bird, Hacko, Jerobo, Bluesy, and Not Rapid, D, and F Bing. These guys will be back around Spa next week with everybody else, so they follow the same system. It'll be 8 PM UK time as normal. For those that don't know, Crossplay 1 is now mixed with EU1, and that will happen on a Thursday under the EU1 time of 9 PM UK. Just so people get up to speed what happens, down to both tiers attendances not being particularly great. Usually we do interviews, but I'm not going to because I've had to put it together and I need to go and clear up after having my dinner. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. See you soon. Next on track action is AM2 this evening. It is 1 AM UK because it's an hour earlier this week because of the clocks shifting times. So that means it's 2 AM in Central Europe. So that means it's still, I believe, still 8 or 9 PM Eastern. Don't hold me on that. But if you follow us on the socials, you should get a notification through when we are live. Thank you very much for watching. Good night.